Live. It's Monday. It's dreary here, but it's happy here at the Creativity Cave as always. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm so tired. um, my puppy woke up in the 4 o'clock hour a couple times in the last week, and there's just something really cruel and mean about getting up at 4 something in the morning. It's like he knows and thinks it's funny, but it's not. um, anyway, we had quite a busy weekend here at the Creativity Cave. All kinds of happenings. First and foremost, we had prom. Oh my gosh. So, Carl and his date had a great time at prom. I think this is kind of funny. They had to leave a little early because a fight broke out at prom between some girls, and Carl said dresses were ripped. I thought, oh dear. So anyway, but they were not involved in any of that, but they decided to get out of there. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I don't think my voice has recovered yet from last week's track meet. So it was a really busy week last week. So my son made it to state in 2 events. So that's exciting. I'm super sad because I'm gonna miss one. So his first event is on Thursday, and then his last event is on Saturday, and it's in Des Moines, which is like 3 hours from here. And my flight takes off about 4 hours after he runs. And I just think that's a little too tight. So I'm not going to be able to go, but we can watch it online. So I'm a little sad about that. But I did get decorations to decorate his door for state. So we'll do that. Diana said, what's he going to do after track? Get a job. That's what he's going to do. He needs to get a job. He'll probably only take about 2 weeks off of running, and then he'll get right back into running for cross country season. They train all year round pretty much. And so he'll give his body a little rest, and then he'll be back to training. So he's not working at Subway. He quit when cross country started. He's taking 3 AP classes this year, plus French 4, plus what does he have? That's not an AP class, but it's a hard class. Physics, government, calculus, French 4. I think he has another science class. Oh, anatomy and physiology. So he's got a really hard course load, plus practice is many hours a week, and there's just literally no more time left. So we didn't want him to work this year, to be honest. It's a lot. It's a lot. Actually, last week he had two AP tests plus districts plus prom. So it was a lot. I think he got to reschedule one of his AP tests though, which is probably going to be this week, which is funny because this week's no better. He's going to miss Thursday and Friday. So yeah. Can you see prom pics? Yeah, I posted them on my personal Facebook page. So if you just look me up on Facebook, you can see them. I guess I can probably share them to my Facebook business page for you too, because I know I'm not friends with everybody. But yeah, he does have a lifetime of work ahead of him. I mean, obviously, somebody's got to take care of me and Andy. But no, he's not a senior, he's a junior. So both my kids are juniors. So next year we're going to have 2 graduations. 2. So that should be fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go on the incentive trip next year. So anyway, let's see. So he is busy. He's really busy. I'm busy. Oh, so I I don't know if you guys so I if you guys get your car washed very often, it's in the Midwest, it's not. So when I lived in California, like you got your car washed every week pretty much. Like that's a whole thing in California. But which by the way was very foreign to me. In Iowa, you don't get your car washed hardly ever, or in the Midwest, or at least my family subscribed to the once a year, whether your car needed it or not. I like to go a little more than that, but we don't get our car washed that often or because it's always precipitating. Like you can't really go much more than a week without there being some form of precipitation here. And so I think that's a big reason why people don't wash their cars that often here. Now, I know some people do. There's car washes everywhere around here, but so anyway, we don't wash our cars that often, but I got my car washed so that Carl could take his date in it because Carl has this teeny little car. It's a Honda Insight, which is a little teeny car, like a it's like a what's the Toyota Prius. It's like that size of a car. It's really tiny. And so he like barely fits in there. He's kind of all scrunched up. Actually, it's more like his seat's in the back seat so that his legs fit. But anyway, I felt bad because I wanted his date to not have to like crouch in that. And she had this cute little dress on, and I know how challenging those kinds of things can be. So anyway, I had him take my car. So I got it washed, and I went to the car wash that's around here, and it was so you know how you pull up and there's the options, and they had, well, first of all, she wanted to sell me on the $70 option, and I was like, $70 for a car wash? Like, no. I said, I just want the cheapest outside wash you have and then vacuum it out. That's all I really wanted. I didn't want to vacuum it myself, okay? I didn't want to get all sweaty and wrangle the big long vacuum hose. I just wanted them to clean it for me. So they so she charged me $10, and I'm like, that's it? Like first you wanted $70 and now you're only charging me $10. And she goes, well, you just get the wash. And I said, they're not going to vacuum it. And she goes, no, you said you just wanted it to washed. And I said, no, I wanted the cheapest wash and for them to vacuum it. And the $70 one, by the way, was a 2.5 hour wait. And I was like, no, my kid's leaving in 2.5 hours. So anyway, long story short, I just had the pay, or she had just taken my card and paid or charged me $10. And I'm like, so I have to go vacuum it myself. And she's like, well, I can charge you for the other version. So for them to vacuum it was $32, but you know what? It was worth the extra 20 because I didn't have to do it. So anyway, they did a good job. Like they wiped it down and stuff. Oh, I should have prefaced the story by saying she opened up the back of my car and saw that there's dog hair. And I mean, there's some dog hair, but it's not like horrific or anything. Just like, you know, if you own a car and a dog, there's dog hair. Anyway, she was just so awful. I took a card and I am going to write a strongly worded letter to the manager. It was really annoying. Like, why are they always want to sell you a car wash you don't need? Like the most expensive thing they have. And like, oh, that just makes me crazy. And she wouldn't listen to what I wanted. That also made me mad. I was telling you, don't mess with Mama Bear. Also, I had to go find this also made me crazy. I asked my son, does he have socks? Because when he picked up his tux, like I told him to try it all on and make sure everything was in there, right? So he did. And then he said, no, he didn't have socks. So I went to the store to get socks. And And I was hoping they would have like fun socks, like with a hot pink pop of color, like black socks with a like hot pink something in them. And they didn't. Like they had every other color, but not hot pink. So I was kind of annoyed. So I just got him a plain old boring pair of black socks, which is just fine. But it turns out after he ripped open the socks and put them on that there was a pair in with his stupid tucks. Ugh, I was so mad. So not only did I pay for the car wash, but I bought a pair of socks I didn't need. And then I did buy a few things for my trip to Norway. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to Norway on Saturday and I cannot wait. This mama needs a vacation big time. Very excited about it. So, but lots and lots is happening between now and then. So, okay. So I think I've shared the stories of the weekend. We had, you know what? A lot of kids weren't wearing socks, but he had rental shoes, and let's just be honest, you need socks for that. Like he got the shoes with his tucks. They weren't his shoes. So, yeah. So anyway, I am very excited. I got a couple things for my trip. It's weird because it's going to be cold and I wasn't sure what to wear and what to buy and what to have. And I was laughing because I hadn't gone shopping since Christmas. It was so weird to go shopping. I do a lot of online shopping, but anyway, I'm hoping that some of my online orders will get here, by the way, because I ordered a few things for my trip. My big one that I really want is this sweater. So I hope it gets here. Fingers crossed. All right. But I have a bunch of things to share with you today. Of course, I have some fabulous cards, but I also have some happy mail. And I'm not even going to lie, you guys. In fact, look, you can see right here. See this? This stack of right here. I can't point my finger. There we go. This stack right here are all envelopes that I haven't even opened yet. A whole bunch came in today's mail, but I do have some fun stuff to share with you, and then I'll share the rest when I get back, or maybe I'll make a video before I leave. We'll see if there's time. But I've got some great projects to share with you. It is also the last chance to get a few things that are happening, and I'm going to go through that in just a moment. And then I also have a drawing for a free bundle for our April card challenge, and then I have a new quick card challenge for May. So I'm super excited for all of these things to share with you. So I'm gonna, let's see, let me grab my bundle. It's right here. Woo! Okay, I've got my bundle. It's the Let's Go Shopping bundle from the new catalog, and that is going to go to a lucky winner. And I've got all of my tickets in here. My assistant even ripped them up for me, which was so nice. So we're gonna pull a name out for this, and this was the I don't think I have the card over here anymore. It was the tag, like kind of accordion taggy type fun fold. We've got a new challenge, which will be our first project for today as well. So you can get entered into a drawing for a free bundle. Okay, so I'm going to pull the winner out, and it is Karen Anderson. Congratulations, Karen. Let me slide this in. This bundle. You are the winner. I will be sending this off to you. So way to go, Karen. Now remember, you only need to participate to get entered in the drawing. And like I said, I've got a fun card challenge for you today. So our first project will feature that card challenge. It's a fun fold, which I like doing once in a while. I'm not a huge fun fold like all the time, but okay. Now I do have some cards to share. with you. And I got a couple of like Happy Mail packages. So let me get those out too. Okay. So I got a couple things came today, which is kind of exciting. Oh, I gotta flip my camera around. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. Oops. Okay. All right. So I've got a bunch of cards that came in the mail. It is my birthday this week, so I have a whole bunch of cards that have arrived. I have a big stack. I haven't even opened them all yet, so I can't wait to get through all of them. But I had work to do this morning, so I was like, you got to finish your projects before you can open your Happy Mail. And let's just say I didn't have time to do that, so maybe tonight after this. But so first and foremost, I have this beautiful card from Sandy, who lives in St. Louis. She's just the sweetest. And thank you so much for your very sweet note, Sandy. I love the card. Another beautiful card. This one is from Polly. Thank you so much for this adorable card. I love this paper. That was from the last fall's catalog. Here's another beautiful card with that cute little punch and the fitting florets. This is from Crystal, who's the sweetest. She's a part of my team. Here's a fun thank you card. This one is from Paula, and this is just the sweetest. She thanked me for the card I sent her. So thank you so much, Paula. You are just the best. Paula's also on my team. Here's another beautiful card. This one is from Donna. She's just the sweetest. She was also thanking me for the card I sent for her birthday. You're welcome, Donna. Here's a really cute card. This features our new Daisy Designer Series paper, and this is from Nancy. So thank you so much, Nancy, for the beautiful birthday card. I love it. Another beautiful card. This one is from Barbara, who's on my team as well. She's just the sweetest. And so thank you for your kind words to Barbara. I really appreciate that. Here we go. Another awesome card. This one is like an easel. Da, da, da. How cute is that? And this is from, I think this is from Sherry. Yes, Sherry, who's on my team. So thank you, Miss Sherry. She's just the best. Such a cute card. And matching envelope. I always love that. Oh, and then this one. Oh, look at this. This is just the cutest. And it opens like that. So much fun. Isn't that sweet? This one is from Angela. So thank you, Angela. I love the colors, of course. The best. And then this is so pretty too. This one's from Linda. And this was, I think this is a paper pumpkin card. She sent it in a clear envelope, which is super fun. So it was in this envelope, in the clear envelope, which that's always fun. And then it opens like this. So thank you so much, Linda. I love the card. That was a great paper pumpkin kit. Okay, then I got this card. This is just so fun. This was from this is from Nancy, who's on my team. And all these little dots are watercolored, which is just the cutest. And then she had this cute little watercolor sticker. She took my watercolor class, and let's see. And she sent me this, okay, I want to make sure I get it right. This thing here. I swear there was something else in here, but I might have it wrong. I swear there was something else in here, but now I'm not so sure. So sorry if I messed that up, Nancy. This, but this is just this super cool thing that she made. Okay, this features one of our new kits that Stampin' Up! Released, I think, a week ago. You are simply the best. Lots of love coming your way for your birthday. So she made all these little like accordion pockets, and they each have a little thing. So this kit makes a little shaker card, which is so cute. And then there's another shaker. Oh, so stinking cute. And then she also put this little tag in there. So how adorable is all of this? I just love it. And so it just, you can flip. So like you could make this into like a mini album. Super duper 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 fun. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Then I also got, let's see, this one is from Cynthia Bovat, who's just the sweetest. So here is a birthday card, and it opens like that. She's just the sweetest. And she had sent me this, is so sweet. She had sent me this in the mail and it broke. And so she sent me another one, which is just so, so sweet. And then she wrote on the back, Watercolor Stamp Camp. I love the little rainbow. We did some rainbows in Watercolor Stamp Camp. So thank you, Miss Cynthia. And here's another one that she made. This is one of the rainbows we made in our Watercolor Stamp Camp. And then she just had the kindest letter. So thank you so much, Cynthia. I really appreciate it. And then I got this fun little treat in the mail as well from Jolene. And she included this cute little, she called it a snap pouch. I haven't seen this before, but it's kind of fun. So I think you pull on these and then it opens up and it kind of snaps open and closed. But there's all kinds of little fun treasures in here. Hand cream, a little nail file, and a little thing of tissues. So how cute is this? I think I'm going to bring this on my trip because it's just super handy. And I love this cute little pouch. Like, how adorable is this? So super sweet. So thank you so much, my dear, for sending such a sweet treat. And then, okay, then I also got a few more things here to share with you. Let's see, I want to make sure I get the cards right. Okay, and this one goes with this, and this goes with this. Okay, so I got this, and actually this came just today. I wanted to crack this baby open. I'm giggling because I got a couple packages that I thought were swaps, but they weren't. They were like fun little treasures from people. So that was a nice little surprise. I have several swaps going on right now. So look at this beautiful notebook. It's like watercolored. How cool is that? I love this. Oh my gosh. How awesome. I really like this a lot. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so this one came from Carol, who is just the best. And she also included some transparent sticky notes. Now that is interesting. Ooh. So these are transparent. Oh, look at those. So cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. That, I've never seen these. That's going to be fun. Oh. So thank you. That is just a wonderful gift. I really appreciate that, Carol. And then this came, and I like literally asked. This is from one of my team members, Greta. She is a truly amazing stamper, and like, look at how beautiful that is. This is with a new bundle that is in the annual catalog, and it's just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So there's like a little rocking chair and some lemonade and some cute birdies. Like, how sweet is this? What an amazing sampler. So that was just like a crazy sweet gift. And she had just a really sweet card with that. She won a prize patrol. She's on my team, and we had I think she won it. Oh, I bet she won this bundle. I bet that's what it is. So how cool is that she made that for me? Oh my gosh. Then this super 2 cards from a team member of mine. So a birthday card with some watercolor background, which I love. This is from Karen, who's on my team. And then a really sweet watercolored card here that she made. And then she also sent, this is so cool. These are like nesting boxes, like storage boxes. Look at how fun they are. So they're just like cardboard, but they are watercolory looking. And they're just super cute. Like here's the inside of the box. So they're just absolutely adorable. And she sent this. It was so sweet of her. So Karen was the recipient. I gave away a watercolor box to somebody who had participated in last year's. Like I drew, or I had a challenge from the people who participated in last year's. That's what it was. And I drew her name. So she got the watercolor stamp camp this year for free. So that was kind of fun. So anyway, that's a lot of stuff, you guys. And I still have a ton more, but that's what I'm going to share with you today. And then we'll go through my big stack of cards next time. So let me move all of these goodies. So thank you all so much to everybody who's sent me fun little surprises in the mail. I just am so grateful and humbled by your kindness. So thank you all so much. All right, I've got a few events happening this month. The Gone Fishing Creativity to Go kit is coming out at the end of the month. This is going to be so awesome, you guys. Oh my gosh. This bundle is just the best. And we're going to make some really cute cards with it. Perfect for masculine themed cards. And we're going to make this little tackle box. And you can even make this with not like fishing boy stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is going to be available at the end of the month. So you can get registered for that. Also, I have a free gift with purchase. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull these out. This is what they look like in real life. These are the In Color pearls, and they are gorgeous. And you will get these free if you spend $75 or more in my online store between the 2nd and the 18th. So just a couple days left to get in on that. Also, paper shares. I've got just a few spots left for paper shares. We're hoping to get those out over the next few days. So if you would like to get registered, please do. There's a link in the description of this video. The new catalog kickoff party make and take packets are also available. We're using a few bundles, we're going to use one bundle today from our make and take packets. The projects, you guys, are amazing. Oh my gosh. It's 9 cards with pre-cut cardstock, $35 in fabulous goodies, and all kinds of fun. And of course, videos and all the things for those projects. So you can get registered for those. Again, just email me to get the link if you don't have it. Today is the last day to sign up for the In Color Club. I probably will actually cut it off tomorrow, but get registered. The In Color Club Your Way is really awesome because there's 5 different options to pick from, and you can participate with whichever option works the best, whether you want the actual in colors or you want to just place your own order for the items that you would like. And then you'll get a packet each month with make and takes for the new in colors and lots of color combinations, all kinds of free goodies, including a new color coach. So it's going to be really great. This is happening monthly from now till September, but you do need to register by tomorrow. I'll say tomorrow to get involved. And then when you do spend $50 in my online store, you also can get the Countryside Inn All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF for free. This is a $15 value, and the projects are amazing. I really like them a lot. And I think you will enjoy them as well. They are just fantastic. So yeah, lots of fun stuff happening. Okay, now let's get started. Like I said, our first project is going to be a fun fold. So we are going to make a, I don't know, I'm calling it a tri-panel fun fold card. And it's going to feature some DSP and just a fun fold. So we're going to start. So I had to get a sip of my Diet Coke. We're going to start with a piece of 5.5 by 11 inch cardstock, and then we're going to score. And we're going to score at 3 inches. Actually, I'm going to double check that. That doesn't sound right. What did I do with my sample here? No, it's 3 inches. Okay. I don't know why I didn't trust myself. I know I measured it a couple times. Okay, so score at 3 inches. Then we're also going to score at 6 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now this is a card that you can make and be part of our card challenge. This is going to be posted over on the Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook page. Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. Okay, and there is actually a link to that in the description of this video. All right, so we've got our fun fold. So let's score on these lines that we scored. All right, I'm going to give them a good crease here and here. Okay, and then we are going to need a piece of DSP, and that piece is ultimately starts out as 8.5 by 5 1/4, and then we're going to cut it to 3 3/8 by 5 1/4, 3 by 5 1/4, and 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so 3 3/8. And I love this because then the pattern is kind of continues throughout. And then 3 inches. And then what's left over is the 2 1/8 inch piece. Okay, and then we also need a piece of cardstock that's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And you can do whichever kind of piece you want. I'm going to pull out some boho blue because our card base is white, so it might be kind of fun to have some blue in there. Okay, now let's start adhering these pieces. So I kept these in order, and I'm going to start by adhering the first piece to my card, and I want to put it right here. Now, actually, did I cut this wrong? Oh my gosh, I'm going to be mad if I did. No? Did I score it wrong? Ooh, this is not right. Oh no, yes it is, sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, see the pieces all line up. Oh yeah, this is right. Like this. Okay, and then this one is gonna go in here like that. Okay, this is right. Whew! I was like, how did I mess this up? Okay. It just doesn't seem right. Why is this? You know what? I think I did score this wrong. Hold on. We're going to try this one more time. Ugh, I should have known this was going to happen. I think my first score line was wrong. So let me cut a new piece. Here we go. I think I needed to score at 3 1/8. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure the second score line is correct though. 3 1/8 and 6 3/4. Let's try that and see. 6 3/4. Okay. All right. Okay, so. Oops. There we go. That looks more like it. All right. Let's try that again. Yes, this is correct. Whew. See, because this piece is like framed nicely. Okay. All right. So let's edit our little thing. It's going to be at 3 1/8. Okay. So that's, I'll just cross it off. 3 1/8 by 5 1/4. Oh my gosh, this is not right. This was 3 by 5 1/4. Now I'm messing up. It's 3 1/8 over here is the score line. Oh, for the love. 3 1/8. This piece is 3 3/8. This piece is 3 by 5 1/4. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm just gonna adhere. All right, now we're gonna adhere this, but we want to make sure that we don't. I wanted to put my DSP on here versus the adhesive on here because this is going to stick out a little ways and we didn't want to glue something that should remain open, if you know what I mean. Okay, so then this piece is going to fit right here like that, and see how it's nice and even. So when you open this all the way up, it is the beautiful design carried all the way through, which I just love. Okay, and then we'll continue with our final piece right here, as well as the designer series paper. Or I'm sorry, this is not DSP, this is cardstock. Okay. And I put that down there because there's just a skosh of an overlap that I wanted to cover up. There we go. All right. So now when you look, this is what you've got. And depending on if you don't want that edged, you can make this piece fit all the way out, you know, just by adjusting this piece right here. So I can scooch this in just a little further so that it does not actually show. And there we go. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so this is what the front of our card is going to look like. Okay, so we scored at 3 1/8 and 6 3/4. 3 1/8, 6 3/4. We have a 3 1/8 by 5 1/4 inch piece of DSP, a 3 by 5 1/4, and a 2 1/8 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP. Okay, then I also die cut a couple of labels. Now this is from the Nested Essentials dies. We used these last week as well. They are just such great dies. And I took that out of actually it was the top portion of this piece of DSP, which by the way, I did cut off, let's see, nope, like this. I did cut the pattern so that I would get kind of the center section of this big piece of 12 by 12. And like you can see, there's the rest, and then there's some up here that I used as well. Okay, so I cut this from the remainder of this piece, and I've got 2 of these labels. So I've got one label, and let's close this back up. one label that's going to go right here, and then another label that's going to be popped up on top of it. All right, so let's adhere that. So we are going to pop up, or we're going to cover up some of this design, but there's still plenty more showing, which I just love. And then I've got this smaller piece for on top, and we're going to pop this up. On top here. And then I also die cut a couple, here we go, a couple of these little, this little branchy thing. This is from the Cheerful Daisies bundle, which is what we're using on this. And of course, this is the coordinating designer series paper. And I'm going to put this right about there and this one right about here. And we'll put those die cuts kind of in between like that. So pretty. Okay, now on a scrap of white cardstock, I wanted to stamp my white daisies, and you can see it's a pretty background, you know, that this DSP is on, and then the daisies are painted white on there. But I thought I could kind of recreate that by simply stamping my daisy in Versamark ink onto some white cardstock. So, and then I'm going to heat emboss. So I'm going to take my little embossing essentials kit, and I'm going to stamp my daisy and then the little center for the daisy. So I've got that, and then the little center, and I'm going to put that right over here. Then we'll add our powder. And then heat emboss this. Okay. So just give it a second to heat or melt. I saw in the comments earlier, somebody asked if my husband is going on the cruise with me, and he is not. This is the first time in quite a while he has not come with me. Only once before did he skip a trip. He is staying home with the puppies and Carl. Carl has, like I said, another AP test and finals, the state track meet. And so we decided to have Ella come with me instead. She just finished school last week for the year, or for the summer. And so she did not want to come, and she wanted to come and Carl did not. So we decided that we're going to have like a little mother-daughter kind of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now I'm going to take and put a little scrap paper under here, and I'm going to add a little bit of color to this. I wanted to add some color without it being too overbearing. I really wanted this to be mostly white. So I'm going to take some boho blue ink. Okay. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blue. I'm not even putting a ton of blue on here, just a little bit of blue like that. And then I'm going to wipe the excess off of the embossed area. Okay, so it's, like I said, I'm not even going all the way out to the edge, just a little bit. Now then I'm also going to take some copper clay, that's the other color from here. There we go. And again, really lightly. And I'm actually even going to kind of block off some of this. We'll put a little color on there as well and wipe off the excess. Okay, now I'm going to die cut these And here they are. Oh, actually, I die cut them before I did the coloring. So let's try that again. We'll just put a little bit of color on here with that ink. What I love about this is it's a little bit more subtle than if you were to do it on cardstock, and you get a little bit of a, it's not even, you know what I mean? You can make it even if you want, but I kind of like the fact that it's not even because that's how the paper is. Okay, and then likewise, we'll do this. And I just want to make sure I don't go all the way out because I really want things to be, I really want this to be a white daisy, not a blue daisy, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'll just wipe off the excess ink. I'm using a towel, but a Kleenex works just fine. Okay, so there is my flower. And we're going to add this to our card. And then look, it's just like the flowers on here. So I love that. All right, and for this, you can kind of curl the edges if you want. And we'll probably need to pop this up. Who are we kidding? Okay, so again, this is our card challenge. So you can create a card with the same layout and add it to our challenge, which will be posted tomorrow in the Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. Okay, so there's my daisy center. All right, now I just need to add my sentiment, and I'm not even gonna lie, I die cut this out of both blue and copper clay because I wasn't sure which color I should use. I feel like the copper clay. So we're gonna kind of tuck it in like that. And there's a couple different sentiments you can use with this stamp set. Now, here we go. So wishing you the brightest birthday, because I think that's a good sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that in copper clay on our little copper clay DSP. And this cute little tag is part of the daisy dies. So it's right out of that bundle. And ooh, there, I kind of like that. So we'll just add this to our card like so. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, so cute. Okay, and here's my dimensionals. So you could add, let's see, how did I do that again? Just making sure I'm putting it in the right spot. There we go. Oh, so adorable. And then you can write here. I mean, you can write all over, but super cute, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to put one glue dot to just hold this end down. Or, I'm sorry, glue dot. That's what I said. Never mind. I was thinking dimensional. There we go. So cute. Isn't this awesome? Oh, okay. So this is our card challenge. This is just such a great card to use with designer series paper that kind of carries that pattern throughout. But you could also do it with like different patterns of designer series paper as well. So, you know, sky's the limit. Have fun with that. All right, so that was our first card. Now I've got this label left over, so I'm going to put that in with my stamp set so that I can use it later when I need a label. All right, moving on. Well, actually, let's clean up just a touch because you know me, I get going and there's a big giant mess. Trying to rein myself in just a little. Okay. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and by the way, I'll post the dimensions and everything for this again later for you, and also in my Facebook group so that you can recreate that card when you go to make one. All right, so our next card, this is featuring the Gone Fishing Bundle. Now, I won't even lie, when I looked at this, I literally, all I could remember is growing up, my grandpa was a really big fisherman, and my grandparents retired on Lake Mille Lacs. If you are from the Midwest or Minnesota, you know Lake Mille Lacs. And so I spent all my summers up there as a kid. And I remember going fishing all the time. I hated it. But when I looked at this bundle, all I could see is my sweet grandpa, who actually Carl is named after. And so it's just such a great bundle. And of course, these dies can create this cute little tackle box. So anyway, this is my Creativity to Go kit this month, and we're going to make some really fantastic projects. So I thought I would share a really simple one with you today. So I'm going to start with a card base that is boho blue. There's, I think, most, if not all, of the in colors are in this designer series paper. So it's a nice set. And so I'm going to use boho blue, and then I cut a 2 3/4 inch square piece of the designer series paper. And the papers, by the way, are really fantastic. And what I love especially about this is the back sides of them are non-fishing related. So if you, just need some masculine DSP that's not necessarily fishing, this is really great paper for that as well. Okay, so I cut a 2 3/4 inch square, and I'm going to adhere that to a 3 by 4 inch piece of very vanilla cardstock. Okay, and then I'm going to take and adhere that to a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 panel of wild wheat cardstock. Like so. Ooh, and I need to stamp my sentiment on here. Okay, so I've got my sentiment, which is from this stamp set, which is just Happy Retirement, which I think this is a really fantastic sentiment to just have. But then also, I think this is on a lot of retirees' list of things to do in retirement. So I'm going to grab, it's missing though. Ooh. I need my Pebbled Path ribbon. Well, actually, no, let's take and do our boho blue, because that's what our card is. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a knot, and this is kind of a fun way to add ribbon to a card without adding a big bow, or, this is a little bit more masculine, is to add ribbon like this. And what I'm going to do is actually take and glue dot the knot down like that. Okay. And then I'm going to trim the ends and wrap them around the back and glue dot on the back, or the ends to the back. So this is just a fun way to use this ribbon without tying a bow. Okay. And then I'm going to pop it up onto my card with dimensionals that I thought I had. Oh, here we go. And then we're going to stamp a little coordinating fly. I think what gets me about this set are the bobbers, because that is what I think of when I think of my grandpa. It's totally him. Oh, but before I do that, I have taken and embossed, this is the Coiled Rope 3D embossing folder, and I embossed this on a panel that's 4 1/4 or 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And we're going to add that to our card. And I love the little bit of texture that this adds. And this is basically a quarter sheet of cardstock. It's just a sliver short of that. And it just looks fantastic on here. And then we're going to add this. And that just makes such a difference. Okay, then on a scrap of my paper, I'm going to stamp my little fly here. So I'm going to use some Pebbled Path cards or ink. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of Calypso Coral. And there's like another layer on here. I'll just stamp that off so I can stamp the lighter version in the fly. So it's just like a little touch of kind of coral. Okay, and then when I die cut that, this is what I end up with. And then we're just going to hang this kind of right here off of, or like that, off of our card. I'm going to pop it up. And I think too, now normally you wouldn't probably put a lot of clear Wink Stella on a masculine card, I'm just saying, but I do believe that this is the kind of fly that might want to catch the eye of a fish. So we're going to put a little Wink Stella on there. And then I think that's kind of authentic, if you know what I mean. So that's super cool. Okay, now for the inside of our card, I wanted to do a little something on the inside. So I've just got my standard 4x5 1/4. This is vanilla. And then I've got a little leftover strip of the designer series paper. And then this is a little piece of wild wheat. And we're just going to tear that edge and tuck it in behind our DSP like so. Just for a little edge. Not a big, tiny honking bit, just a little subtle edge. And there we go. And then I will adhere that into my card. And then I think this is just a really, really nice looking card. Okay. So there you go. Now, if you would like to get this class, just drop me an email and I'll send you the registration link. Otherwise, if you're on my email list, I sent an email out this afternoon that has the link in it for you if you get emails from me. So there you go. So nice. And I'm not into fishing. Like I said, I hated fishing. Actually, I was there for the sun tanning and the swimming if it was warm enough, but often it was not warm enough for the swimming. But I think this is just such a fun card. Oh, what is the long die on the right hand side? Oh, it's a wave or water, basically. If you look in the catalog, there's a sample that's got that used in it. So yeah, that's how I knew. It's not because I'm smart. But anyway, so there we go. That's such a cool card. All right. Then our last card today is going to feature, okay. So if you are in the new catalog kickoff party, I had a live this weekend, and this was actually a reject card. I made a different card for our live, which by the way was amazing. I think if you were in the live, you'll understand why I chose the one I did versus this one. But this was a really nice card, so I thought I would show it to you today. It is going to feature the Beautiful Balloons bundle, which is right at the beginning. Sure, Siri, zip it. It's you don't understand stamping, Miss Siri, so anyway, the Beautiful Balloons bundle is a really great bundle because it's just a nice basic balloon set. Perfect for any kind of celebratory occasion where balloons might be present, not just birthdays, as well. So I really like that part of it. And this, like I said, this was a rejected card only because the card I made for the kickoff was so amazing. And I really liked the one we're about to make. This one was just It just didn't make the cut quite. So I'm going to start with a half a sheet of Tahitian Tide cardstock. And we're going to fold that in half. And then I'm going to take, I've got a piece, let's see, I've got a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch white cardstock. And then I also have a 4 by 5 1/4. This one is going to be on the outside. And we're going to take and stamp both of these panels. The first panel, we're going to do these streamers. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this on my Pierce mat just because it helps get a nice impression. All right, so I've got my Tahitian Tide, and I'm just going to ink this big long streamer up. Okay, and we'll stamp that on here like so. All right, then I'm going to ink it again and stamp off a layer. And then kind of crisscross, and I love the lighter and the darker. We'll stamp it again, full strength. We'll just do that little bit right there. And then I'm going to take, now notice there's a line where it went on the edge. I'm going to go a little bit over, so I missed that line. Okay. I'll do another one full strength. Okay. And I'll take the stamped off. Oops. There's kind of a weird line there, so let's just redo that full strength. Perfect. And maybe one more stamped off. Like so. Okay. So there is our background. Super fun. And this is funny, I got ink on the top of my stamp block up here, so I'm going to try and erase it by stamping over full strength. And now you don't see it, except I got another line. Oh well, this is fine. Or we can flip it over. You know what? We're going to flip it over. But first, we're going to wipe off all this ink and try and stop from this happening again. Who knew stamping could be so messy? All right, so let's do that once again. I'm such a stickler. I'm not super anal about many things, but this is one of them that I kind of am. Okay, so I stamped off a layer. I'll do full strength again. I'm trying to be a little bit more careful on my block so that I don't get ink all over it like I did before. And if I do get ink, you can wipe it off before you stamp it down, and then you won't have problems. Oh, look at that. This is looking so good. Okay, maybe one more. There we go. Okay, there is my card front. All right, now I also need a scrap of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp my sweet little balloons. We're going to do Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and Tahitian Tide. And what I love about this is this could go for anybody's birthday. Boy, girl, grandma, grandpa, second cousin, twice removed, whatever. And ooh, that fell just right, so I didn't ruin my card. So I've got one of each of these balloons. Okay, and then I'm going to die cut those. Oh, and look, here they are, die cut. Gosh, I'm good. Okay, and we're going to add these to our card, kind of like this. Popped up, of course. And what I love about this stamp set is it's got this little streamer stamp, so I can stamp a little streamer for each of these. Okay, so there's one. Then let's clean our stamps in between. All right, so there's my chamois. We're good to go. And now, so they're not all the same. I'm going to flip this upside down. And I'm going to stamp another streamer kind of up here a little bit. And then I'll clean. And we'll stamp one more streamer over here. Okay. That one will be up a little bit as well. Okay, so there's my streamers. And I also have my sentiment, which I'm going to put on here at the bottom. I think it's time for a celebration. What I love about this, again, is that it doesn't say birthday. I mean, it could be a birthday, but it doesn't have to be a birthday. That's what I love. Okay, then we're going to attach this to a 4x5¼ panel of Daffodil Delight. So let me get this messy piece out of here for right now. Okay, we'll cover up. Look at it's so much better without that kind of ink goo on there. And I just love this bright, happy pop of color. And then we'll add this to our Tahitian Tide card. Like that. And then I'm going to pop up my balloons on here. Okay, so cute. And I just can't get enough of these streamers. I think they're so fun and just add such a nice touch. And you can see I'm overlapping my balloons a bit, which is just fine. And there we go. So super cute on the outside. Now for the inside, let's do a little bit of stamping too. Now we had a balloon set a few years ago and I loved this technique with that set. And I think this technique is even more fun with this set because it's got a little bit of texture in the balloons. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first of all clean my balloon because we're going to switch colors and go with our Tahitian Tide ink. Let me close these other two up because we're done and we're having enough ink problems today. We don't need to add to it. So we'll get back to our Tahitian Tide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on that 4x5¼ inch piece, which is going to go on the inside. And I'm just going to stamp on here full strength along the top, overlapping. And you can kind of alter, you know, they don't all have to be in the same spot. You can make, you know, some higher, some lower. And then I'm going to stamp off and add another row of balloons. Again, we're overlapping and kind of changing the distance. And by the way, this is perfect for somebody you don't have a lot to say to on the inside of your card. Maybe it's for your weird uncle or your niece you don't even know because she lives super far away and your sister's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But what I'm going to do is take and add my little streamers, and I'm flipping some of them around so they're not all in the same direction. And then we'll stamp off some of these as well. And if you just flip them around each time, then they're not all in the same direction, which is great. Okay. And then one last thing, I'm going to take Azure Afternoon and we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. It's just going to be a little darker shade. So in this case, I'm going to do happy birthday, but the stamp set has some other things, like maybe it's a graduation, maybe it's a promotion. So you can add, you know, yay you did it, or so thrilled for you on the inside, and it will work really perfect for, you know, a not a birthday occasion. Okay, so let's just take and adhere this to the inside. And by the way, this is a great outside of a card too. You could totally do this on the outside of a card and it would be gorgeous. So just some fun birthday or celebratory type occasions with this really fun set. And by the way, I love the Tahitian Tide and the Azure Afternoon together. They look really great. So there you go. How fun is that? All right, so let me show you my cards for today. We've got this fabulous birthday balloon card. We've got a beautiful retirement card. And then we've got a tri-panel fun fold card, which is part of my monthly card challenge. So if you would like to be entered into a drawing for free stamps, who doesn't like free stamps? You can create a project with this fun fold and share it in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook page. The link is in the description of this video. You will have until the end of this month to do that. So this is a quick one. We're kind of already halfway through the month today, as a matter of fact. So we've only got a couple weeks left on this, but it's the perfect time to pull out some of that DSP I know y'all have at home and then create something with it. So look, all our cards had blue in them today. Don't forget, if you would like to be a part of the In Color Club or the Paper Share, to get registered for that today or tomorrow. And then of course, the new catalog make and take packets are available for just a short period time more. If you would like to get registered for that or the Gone Fishing Creativity to Go kit, please drop me an email and I will send you the link to register. So or you can get it from the email I sent out earlier today if you're on my email list. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time stamping with me. Thank you so much for being here. I will not be here next week because I will be out of the country, but I will return the week after and can't wait to tell you all about our fabulous adventures in Norway. We will see you soon, friends. Have a great week. Bye.